Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can edit any photo using a tool from Google called Google Flow. You can navigate to flow.google on your browser, and right here in this video, there are two methods that we are going to cover about how you can edit a photo. First is by using the regular chat-based interface where you can just provide your prompt, or we can also use the brand new tools feature in Google Flow, which we'll talk about later. But for now, let's try using the regular mode or the project method. So let's navigate to flow.google, and then you can log into your Google account, click new project. And for this example, I will just use the Agentic interface. So this is new because previously in Google Flow, every time you want to create or edit a picture, then you have to provide your prompt manually. You have to be a bit more technical about your prompt. But now you can enable something called Agent, and you can just describe what is the intent, what kind of editing that you want to apply, and the agent will create the prompt before that prompt is being sent to the image model, which in this case would be Gemini Nano Banana. So that's one simple way of the role of agent in this new feature. Okay, I'll just click this plus button, and you can select your existing images, or you can just upload a brand new image. I'll just select this miniature car picture. So just wait until the image is fully uploaded. And perhaps one thing that I like about using Google Flow when editing a picture is there is going to be no Gemini watermark. So technically, a lot of things that you can do in Google Flow can also be done directly in the Gemini chat, but you will suffer from this watermark. That's the visible watermark on the bottom right corner of the picture. So if you don't like it, then just use Google Flow, because all images in Google Flow won't have this annoying watermark. So that's one benefit. Anyway, I'll click add to prompt, and I'll tell AI this request. I want you to create 4 variations of this picture taken from different angles, but make sure that the lighting and the object remain consistent. Okay, that was my prompt. Not really a prompt, that's just, a request to AI. Since I'm using AI agent, it's going to create the prompts for me. Now you can click this settings button, and then you can adjust various settings. So you can select the model and also the number of images, and even the video model if you want to turn that into a video, but I'll just use the default settings. Now I'm going to send the message, and sometimes the agent might be asking you for some clarifications. It will do some thinking, it will try to figure out what kind of picture that you want to create or modify, and if you agree with that, usually there's going to be a message asking you if you want to proceed or not. So you can actually continue, or in this case it is just start generating the pictures. Now let me just wait, and hopefully we can get something interesting out of that image. So I'll just skip a while and I'll show you the final results. Alright, so we got 4 different pictures and they look great, although I don't think they're exactly consistent to the original image, but I think most people would not notice right away. So let's say we want to use one of them, we want to edit one of them. So just click on this 3-dot icon and then click add to prompt, and then you can tell AI about the thing that you want to modify. For example, here I will tell AI to zoom out, so the picture is going to be a bit wider, and I want to change the aspect ratio to 21:9. Okay, send the query. And by the way, there is actually a feature in the Agentic tool in Google Flow where you can specify basically a system prompt. That's one simple way to describe it, but it's basically an extra instruction for the agent that needs to be followed. For example, maybe you have a specific preference when it comes to the angle or maybe the style of the photo. You can describe that right here in the instruction, but that is completely optional. You don't have to always use this feature. I think a simple prompt will do the job just fine. Okay, I can certainly create a wider zoom out version for you, but unfortunately I don't support 21 by 9. Okay, that's surprising because as far as I know, the Gemini Nano Banana model do come with 21 by 9 aspect ratio, but 16 by 9 is okay. I'll just tell AI to yes, please proceed. And let's wait for the result. Okay, so this is the result. I actually asked AI again to put the car next to the edge of a cliff, and this is the result. It looks okay, but unfortunately it is changing the angle again. So where is the original picture? Where is the source of this picture? Well, if you open the final picture, you will see the history of the changes, and I'll select the original picture. So when I go back, I'll see that image again, so I can continue editing that particular picture. So let's try a more specific prompting, and I'll tell AI to do not change the angle. And also maybe I want to see the ocean. I wanna see the ocean on the scene. There you go. Send a query, and hopefully the next time we'll get something that is more faithful to the prompt. Alright, so this is the final picture, and I'm quite happy with the result. And if you kept trying the same prompt but the result wasn't very good, perhaps you might want to select a different model. In this case, I actually took several attempts, and eventually I settled with the one that was generated by the Pro variation of Gemini Nano Banana. Now, if you like the picture, you can click on the 3-dot icon and then click download, and you can select the resolution for that image to be saved on your device. So we have covered the regular way, the classical way to edit a photo in Google Flow. Now let's use the new tools feature. So still in your project, you can click tools, and right here you can see that there are plenty of tools with specific goals that are available on this platform. So there are many tools that you can use to create a mockup or to create a photo with different angle. And also there are tools for video editing or adding some effects into your content. And yeah, there are many of them. I cannot cover all of them in one video, but let's try maybe the image editor. This is from Google. I'll just open it. Now just wait for the tool to be loaded, and I'll just add an image. You can select the picture from your webcam or from your gallery. Gallery is basically the same project that you just created in Google Flow. So I'll select maybe that picture again. I'll click add media. So yeah, this is the picture, and actually it makes the process of editing to be a bit simpler. So previously you have to know the prompt, but now there are several menus that you can access right away. Not to mention, you can apply a sort of filter to the picture if you want to make it brighter, or you want to make the color to be a bit more pop. You can definitely do it. That's one possibility. So here I'll just enlarge the image a little bit to match the canvas. Okay, now I'm going to click out paint, and I'll tell AI that I want to change the scenery to be downtown. Change the scenery to be a city downtown. Okay, hit enter. So yeah, it has a specific menu for a specific type of editing, and also it can add text. If you want to add some text to the picture, you can do so. And there's also the cutout feature. This is for separating some elements from the picture, like maybe if there's a picture of a person and then you want to separate the background and you want to get the transparent version of that picture, you can do so. And what's interesting here, it utilizes several different models. So we know that it is using the Gemini Nano Banana model, but at the same time, it might download some open source models to your browser, like the model for isolating the background. That's actually an AI model that is saved to your computer, to your browser. So you can use it again and again. It is not using your usage limit, and also it is a lot faster. So it is interesting that they're combining the cloud model and also the open source local model, although you still need to download the model first, but that happens pretty much automatically. Okay, I'm still waiting for the result here. Okay, so this is the result. It actually changes the background and also the aspect ratio. Now it just fill out the gap. It looks good. And if you like it, you can click the Save to Gallery button, and that will be saved to your project in Google Flow. It is not going to be saved to your computer, but after it has been saved to your gallery, you can open the image on Google Flow and then you can save it to your computer. So let me just go back again. If you navigate to all media, you'll see that picture. Okay, there you go. So this is the picture that was modified using the tools feature in Google Flow. Again, there are so many different tools. I cannot cover all of them, but you can just explore them yourself and see which one is going to be the tool that you will use the most. So anyway, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you want to see some really cool things that you can do with AI, you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video.